Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long didn't read guide for Aggramar on normal and heroic. Tanks stay stacked up for Tayshalak's reach. All melee hits will hit you in the next closest target. It also applies a 12-second stacking debuff that increases the damage you take by 5%, so swap around 10 stacks. Ranged and healers make sure to spread out 3 yards. Scorching Blaze hits you and anyone within range. Aggramar will face a random direction and shoot flame pillars in that direction. Avoid them. At 100 energy, he does a melee combo. He'll do Foe Breaker, which hits anyone in a frontal cone for deadly amounts of damage and put a debuff on you that increases the damage you take from this by 500% for 30 seconds. Tanks make sure to use a cooldown for this. Right after, he'll do Flame Rend, which hits anyone in a frontal cone for the same amount of damage but is split amongst everyone hit. This ability also knocks everyone that is hit back. Make sure the entire raid stacks up behind the boss and tanks turn him around towards the raid. After Flame Rend, do a tank swap because immediately following this, he'll do another Foe Breaker and then Flame Rend one more time. After doing those abilities twice, he'll do Searing Tempest. Just run out of this. At 80%, he will become immune to damage and adds will spawn around the platform. On heroic, make sure to avoid the orange swirlies. 2 flames of Tayshalak will spawn near Aggramar and need to die to make him active again. They do raid-wide AoE every 3 seconds, and this does more damage per tick. Make sure to keep them away from each other and away from the embers. Numerous embers of Tayshalak spawn along the outside of the platform. On normal, these can be killed, but on heroic, killing them will leave a pool on the ground, and then they will respawn after 18 seconds. These ads slowly walk towards Aggramar. If they reach him, they will do a raid-wide AoE and put a stacking 20-second dot on the raid. If any are going to touch the boss, make sure it's after this phase so you don't take too much damage. On heroic, you'll need to assign people to CC every single ad. After this phase, Death Grip 1 ad into the boss. Keep doing this after the dot expires so you only ever have 1 stack of it. You have 3 minutes to get rid of every ember before they just explode upon generating 100 energy. These explosions add the dot to the raid. After the ad phase, the fight mainly stays the same. The fire pillars are no longer shot out. Instead, the boss now marks 3 locations with a big fire circle. Move out of these. At 40%, another ad phase happens. On normal, you'll now have the orange swirlies to avoid. On heroic, you'll also now have fire pillars shooting out from the boss to avoid. Otherwise, this ad phase works the same as the last one. Afterwards, the fight is the same as it was in phase 2. The only difference is the big fire circles shoot fire pillars out of them once they explode. You can use your offensive cooldowns after the last ad phase, and defensives should be saved for the ad phases and when the ads explode on heroic. That was a too long didn't read guide for Aggramar and Antorus. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a great day!